Well, we take a look at some more snowfall totals from yesterday's big storm that finally wrapped up, and a look ahead at several systems moving through. A little light snow tonight, a bigger system that's going to be a mess Monday, and maybe more snow next week. So we got some new snowfall totals even since yesterday afternoon coming in. These trickle in through the day, about 18 inches in Mankato, 20 inches around Tracy. And that's in addition to the 16 to 20 inches that we saw in parts of the metro area. The Apple Valley total coming in at 20 inches, 19.3 just south of that in Lakeville. And that was tended to be the higher spot was the South Metro, but we did have some scattered 14, 15, 16 inch amounts. And the metro average was 14.6 inches when you average all the metro totals together. So that was higher than what the airport received, which was actually modified upwards to 13.4 from 13.1 originally. And only 4 other snowstorms have been bigger in the last 32 years since 1991. MSP's total was on the lower third of those totals, while the higher third of those totals were 16 inches plus, but there were just as many numbers that were 16 plus as 13 or less. And that fresh snow combined with clear skies leading to some pretty cold temperatures, sub-zero for most this morning, 7 below at the airport, teens below zero even around Lake Elmo. And of course the cold spot, northeastern Minnesota, a lot of 20s below zero, even 29 below in Embarrass. Didn't see anybody quite hit 30 below. But this might be the last real cold morning. Once we head into March, these colder mornings and nights are harder to come by, especially for southern Minnesota. Highs should be in the low teens this afternoon, so a little progress, but staying below zero in the Red River Valley. So definitely a chilly Friday, and when you compare it to normal, which is up to about 32 now, yeah, it is definitely a colder than normal day, almost 20 degrees below normal, even 20 to 30 degrees below normal in western Minnesota for those high temperatures this afternoon. But we're going to see things modify pretty quickly. Cold high pressure over us today, making for clear skies. Moving east, we've got this pretty weak system that's coming through. Warmer air moving in tonight. That's what's going to touch off the clouds and light snow showers and really start to whip up the winds again out of the southeast, pushing in some of that warmer air for tomorrow. So here's some of that light snow. This is 9 p.m. So about between 8 p.m. and midnight, we're going to see a shot of some light snow in the Twin Cities. It is going to be that higher ratio snow, that fluffier snow, so not a lot of moisture, but it will probably add up to about a ½ inch to an inch. Looks to be the most likely scenario. On the highest end, the European model is producing about an inch to an inch and a half. That's using a 20-to-1 ratio out of just about 0.08 of an inch of water. So that would be on probably the upper end of some of those light snowfall totals tonight. And then by Sunday, we're above freezing across southern Minnesota, so mild air, and that mild air plays into the next system, which is going to be a mess probably. And the thing we have to watch out for early Monday is the potential for some ice. That's what this pinkish purple color is. Where temperatures are below freezing at the surface, it will fall as freezing rain. If we're above freezing, it's going to be plain old rain for southern Minnesota and then snow north, but there's a potential for some ice in east central Minnesota. Generally, the models agree, though some of them keep it more into northeastern Minnesota. So we're going to be watching where do the temperatures and precipitation line up for that not so sweet spot. Ice is worse, of course, than anything early Monday and be in that 2 to 8 a.m. time frame, so not very good for the Monday morning commute. Snowfall is also going to be a distinct possibility, mainly up closer towards Lake Superior, though we could see some slushy accumulation in the Twin Cities on the southwestern edge of this as colder air wraps in during the day Monday. And then already another system late Tuesday into Wednesday could bring more rain and snow showers. And it's looking like the system at the end of next week now is going to stay well south. But either way, one after another, systems coming out of the west. So locked and loaded atmosphere here for the next several days still. Above normal temperatures too for the most part for the eastern part of the country, Minnesota kind of on the edge, but even normal temperatures is pretty decent because normal next week is about 33 degrees. Much warmer than the 13 this afternoon. So we'll look for that quick shot of light snow tonight, again about an inch or less, and then 20s tomorrow. That's still actually a little cooler than normal. It gets breezy by the afternoon. And then mild temperatures through next week, but yeah, every about 36 hours, we've got at least some form of rain or snow moving through.